and welcome to another episode of the program. My name is Stella Inameti. In the preceding episode, we started off with a collection of stories from directly impacted delegates whose lives have changed for the better, courtesy of the Presidential Amnesty Program. These delegates have mostly concluded vocational trainings in relevant fields and are now responsible members of their immediate communities and the Nigerian society at large. We tagged that episode Changed Stories Special Edition. Well, this week we will bring you the concluding part of the special edition with more accounts from delegates who have successfully turned their lives around with help from the Presidential Amnesty Program. Most delegates have inspiring stories of change and reformation. These stories have rekindled our sensibilities and humanity, reinforcing our collective belief in good. We have 48 delegates undergoing training in agro-welding and fabrication at the Scientific Equipment Development Institute in Enugu State, and theirs is a story that you definitely want to watch.
My name is Daniel Asukwokon. I'm a Cross River. I'm from Cross River State, Bakassi local government, and my community is a Prebuton.
My name is Roger Ofoma James from Delta State, Ugele precisely.
My name is Dr. Sosoko. I'm from Niger Delta, from Southern Niger, Lobian local government area.
I was not opportune to come from a very good parental background. And secondly, I happen to be physically challenged, so things was not going well with me in totality.
Before I joined the Amnesty Program, the things that are so hard then. So I believe that I come from a poor home, so education is not there for me. So I decided to join people around in tedious work, all kind of tedious work. My brothers are around, friends, I see some people, they are doing well, chopping money. I was so surprised. Where are these people getting their money from? Let me just risk in and see what is happening there. So I'll be with them, but they will disclose the essence of the money to me. So we come to it at the time, the military men now tripping in. I was so worried, they are on the run. I'm asking them, what is the issue? They were saying that I should relax, no problem. So we get to an stage, they now open up to me. So this is what they do. During the time of white men kidnapping before it now stopped. So I was so shocked. So this is what people do, and I didn't know, and I was just shopping with them.
I'm a simple person. I humble myself. I respect my elders. Then any person that comes to me for something of help, which I have, I will help the person to assist. If ever I got this opportunity of coming here.
Along the line, I do go to, I joined some bad group. Where there's a tough gambling, I will be there so that I will be doing some marking, and know how to get money. So I don't mind whether you are a little. Anyhow, I could feel ginger that you are little. To leave you and to become mine, I have to do that in order to survive my life. With my condition that time, I have no option. Either to kill in order to survive my life. I am ready, provided I can survive. Not now. You understand me? So it is my past story, no doubt. So I joined them. When I go into the camp, they give me the orientation. They learn me how to shoot. Finally, there was somebody that was in the engineering department that was servicing the rifle. In fact, he admires me so much. He loves my courage. He now tried to introduce me to the engineer section. When the issue of amnesty now came, in fact, all of us, everybody, all of us were happy. Those that were not happy were those that just came into the camp newly. They did not perceive what we perceive. That we can go out in 20, but we come back in 10.
So many are so scared, and so many just decide that whatever will happen will happen. So they went there, some for the amnesty. When there, the amnesty, I was so encouraged. Just okay, what will I do?
Right now, as I'm speaking to you, then, I did not know I would be somebody that I can be reintegrated to the society, larger society like this, have friends, go to church. The Creek life, when we were taken to Obubra, the influence of that Creek life was still in us. See, we have our rehabilitation training, image capturing, and so on and so forth.
I can say that this is work of God, because I remember when I'm in Obubra, I put it in machinist. That's the work that I learned. When I get here, I was so surprised that what I wrote then is what I'm saying. It's not what just I wrote then, but what I'm saying here now is more bigger than what I wrote there, because what I wrote is a machinist shop. That is a turning machine, which we use to fabricate all kind of engine parts.
Right now, as I'm talking to you, I am now a family man to start with. I am a father of 4, plus my dear wife, 5, and myself, 6. As I am here, they are there. They are well to do. I have a house, though it is not mansion, but at least no matter how small it is, I am contented. It makes me happy, like somebody's mansion will make the owner happy. I have a wife, I have a home, I have a society that are looking forward to me.
My experience here is very nice. The people arranging us for the welding are very nice people. They are not shouting at us. Whenever where you are wrong, they will correct you with a sweet voice. They are lovely and caring. So with that, they motivate me to go more with their kind heart. So give me the encourage to go into the welding school.
I thank the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, in his effort, let me start it this way, in his effort to fight crime in our society.
I will give all my thanks to everybody, because I didn't know in my own aspect, some particular people that is putting good hand on this my own issue. I didn't know them. So I just said that I will just pray to God to grant their wish.
Indeed, truly inspiring. Our next change story is someone who is probably like many in the region and are participating in the presidential amnesty program. Perhaps the uniqueness of his own story lies in how he has successfully applied himself to using the amnesty program as a springboard to change his life.
My name na Kidabawe Helbondo at Mepre Good Friday. I be once a militant in the Niger Delta Creek. We carry arms, we did a lot of things, we do so many things. We do pipeline bombing, different kind of things, until the federal government see that if not so the thing they go, the thing not they go well with them. Okay, early 2009, they now said, make we give these people amnesty. After dropping our arms, they say we cannot just drop our arms and stay back at home. If we drop our arms, then we stay for house. It means that the whole problem will come back again. So the federal government took it upon themselves, and they can carry us go one place where they call Bubra for Calabar River State, that side. We are not even know before. You know, so all our life na creek we live our life. All we know is water, inside Angala, all those things. Then we know companies, you know, those are places we do our normal dealings. Then they say we need to go Bubra, go know waiting be non-violence. How person go fit take use your own mouth, take express yourself, then the whole world will now listen to the person without the person carrying gun. They're going to call us a training day. For the first, I can't say which kind of training. They say a wedding, and I don't know waiting the wedding. I want to take on start. They say you don't get anything where you learn for life where you say you know sabi. They go well with the suit, we not learn them. We just one day sleep, wake up, now we go. But the person who come meet for here, a person of Evangelist Samson Fetimi, who is the MD of Glaspa Continental Limited. When we come meet him, he give us plenty advice to make sure we not go back to the creek. Then after the advice, he has his instructors. They now take us to the class. Then from the class, they can teach us waiting the wedding. First, waiting the wedding, we see and koro for book, for television. They carry big television come. So say this now the way where they say they do wedding. Then after that one, before they can carry us come, the boots here you are seeing here. Now here I do my training. And when I train, we started from 1G, from padding. We started from padding to 1Z, 1Z, 2Z, 3Z, just like that, overhead, till we went to pipe wedding. For a duration of almost a year and 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. Luckily, when I come here, a lot of us who came, we do better for this place. If not for this amnesty, training of people in various areas, most especially the wedding, the whole thing when they do, carry people go Bubura, carry people come out for camp before being in vain. Now the wedding, especially the wedding aspect of it, a lot of us here are now in different, they better position for companies. They work. After when all of us finish, we graduate here. Me, because of, I'm not saying it's because I sabi do, but by the special grace of God, now God do it. He himself on his own, he employed me to be a storekeeper. Yeah, as a welder, I'm keeping the store. At the same time, I am here. Those new people they brought from companies to come and train here, and they help them. They show them, say this now how you go take do. Amnesty, it don't change many of us. It don't change many of us. If this our government is ready to follow that change, things go better for Niger Delta. I must assure you.
Though thousands of delegates like Friday are now reformed armed agitators, there are some who were quite active in the Niger Delta struggle, but not as militants. Our next story was one of them.
My name is Yayang Mene Perekanboya Eric. I am not an ex-militant, but a delegate of the Presidential Amnesty Program by the virtue of being from a community impacted by violence. As an indigene of Arubo, Niger Delta, I tried as much as possible to ensure that where youths are trying to be restive, I go in there, advise them, talk to them, have a talk shop with them, and enlighten them the way and manner their agitations can be achieved. And I assure that I made them to understand that peace is not about war, but jojo. I grew up to be committed to my environment. I'm more or less an environmental activist. And by doing that, I think I can do it better being a lawyer, an environmental lawyer or an environmental lawyer. I want to join the league and contribute my quota. And for me to do proper contribution is to become a lawyer and know what the law says about the environment, the beneficiaries, oil companies, and all the rest. And that is the driving force that made me to go and study law. I have lots of experience in the university as a law student. You know, I was not engaged by the Amnesty Office to be a coordinator, but I was midwifing between the university and the Amnesty Office. You know, our boys now, some of them, they actually came from the creek, and some of us didn't come from the creek. We are beneficiary by the virtue of our communities being impacted by the violence, you know. So when they want to go on rampage as a result of delay in payment, I come in and educate them. Specifically in Benedict University, the records are there. When students attempt to go on riots, I go in there. The management will call me, Eric, your people have started again, they want to cause one, please talk to them. I will go into their hostel and calm them down, and each time I talk to them, they listen to me. And that is the way and manner I was able to manage unofficially in Benedict University and the Amnesty Office till I left there. I love peace and conflict resolution, and it's one of my core courses when I was in the law school, because I love to mediate. For the Presidential Amnesty Program to have trained youths and persons from the Niger Delta, they have done a great deal of assistance to the Niger Delta people. Because somebody that has been trained, even from the creek, that has gone to the four walls of the university, graduated, gone for NYC and returned, can never be the way it was 5 years back. So the government of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has done a great deal. So training, it has gone a long way to helping, building, investing in human capital development vis-a-vis this educational sector. It's a very perfect one. And of course, I know Amnesty has been working and it is still working, and we pray it continues to work. If our delegates have been trained in vocational programs here and there, I'm aware that having been trained in vocational training, when you are done, the government or the office gives starter pack. With that, you should be able to get yourself you have to get yourself employed. We are Nigerians, 170 million, over 170 million persons. A lot of us do not have jobs. So we should be able to create jobs for ourselves. So I appeal to our people in the Niger Delta to make adequate use of what we have for now.
We can go on and on with these changing stories and how the Presidential Amnesty Program has touched lives and gradually changing the entire narrative of the Niger Delta region. It might be interesting to bring back some key comments from past episodes of our segment, Talking Point, where guests gave their various impressions of the Amnesty Program so far. Let's quickly bring you some excerpts from our segment, Talking Point.
Amnesty is quite working because this program has survived for the past 8 years, and Amnesty is working because before these 8 years, the Niger Delta region, for you to be a marketer in that region, you cannot go to the creeks of Niger Delta at all. But because Amnesty is working, And for the sake of amnesty, our creeks are enjoying peace. Our market women are enjoying peace in their marketing areas. And the issue of reintegration too has helped so seriously among the delegates of this program. So if people are being trained and empowered and the reintegration process is smoothly going on, it means amnesty is seriously working.
I think that the program is a success, huge one. You can see the production of the oil production is on a steady rise. It means whoever the General Bureau is doing a lot, in managing the affairs of the region. And though the other aspect of the amnesty program that we still appeal to the federal government to implement is the infrastructural aspect of it. Physical development needs to be in place. That's not the duty of the coordinator of the amnesty program. He's doing the training and the integration as well, and the empowerment that has been assigned to do. So it's a very huge success, and I think that the whole Nigerians know that it's a success. It's not something that we can say. You know, the oil production is a test case to show that it's a success.
Well, like I said, the amnesty program has been able to bring back peace into Nigeria, and particularly the Niger Delta, and it is also bringing back the people in agriculture and other areas. Today, our sons are skilled in several fields, courtesy of the amnesty program. We have pilots, we have doctors, we have engineers, first class. I think that is a good fit. And we're still going into farming. I know that the program has entered into a MOU with several farms to set up cluster farms and other farms for the region. If we can go back to our original occupation of fishing and farming, which was destroyed by the oil and gas production through amnesty program, I think it's a welcome development.
You're watching a special edition of Reintegration 30,000. Actually, we have brought accounts of delegates whose lives have remarkably transformed for good, courtesy of the Presidential Amnesty Program. But just before we go, let's bring you a bit of reports from the Amnesty Office in our segment, PAP in Recap. Another set of amnesty beneficiaries, comprising 200 delegates, have successfully graduated from the Innocent Kiara Academy in Nnewi, Anambra State. These delegates are the second batch of delegates to complete a 9-month intensive automobile training at the Automobile Institute.
So the trial for today marks the beginning of the youngest ever automobile engineers in Nigeria. The Presidential Amnesty Program, since its inception in 2010, has succeeded in training and engaging beneficiaries in diverse skills. These skills have improved the lives of those that have graduated, and also have impacted immensely in the transformation and development of the Niger Delta region.
High point of the graduation ceremony was the public presentation of 3 vehicles, a 4x4 Hilux, 32 and 18-seater buses, assembled by the trainees from scratch to finish. The special advisor to the President on Niger Delta and coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Brigadier General Paul Boro, has taken some concerns on the health needs of communities in the Niger Delta to the Ministry of Health. General Boro met with the Permanent Secretary, Osare Noma Clement Waifo, and expressed concern over the deteriorating sanitary situation of the people in the region and the difficulty in accessing basic health care.
We as a ministry, as an institution, have a lot of role to play in ensuring that the health of our people, the militants, is guaranteed. And presently, we do have a special project department that handles issues of this nature.
And lastly, the amnesty boss, Brigadier General Boro, has reiterated government's commitment towards environmental remediation in the Niger Delta. He was speaking during the Niger Delta Dialogue meeting in Benin City, where he explained that the federal government is worried about the adverse impact of pollution in the region and is focused on addressing all environment issues, beginning with the Ogoni land cleanup. And this is it. I want to thank you for staying with us and assuring you that next week we will be here, same time, with fresh accounts of the activities of the Presidential Amnesty Program. We also intend to bring you our regular segments from Change Story to Talking Point, Insight, Fact File, and of course, PAP in Recap. Please do remember to visit our social media platforms to make your contributions and comments. And as I say always, Amnesty works. I am Stella Inameti.